This is the 5 tech things that you should know about episode number 47 for July 16th, 2010, brought to you by Mozy.com. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here, www.tvazine.com in association with geekazine.com, brought to you over on the techpodcast.tv network. If it's tech and it's video, it's here. Also blip.tv, you can also catch us on VodPod, on YouTube, on anywhere you want to do. You want to go on Roku or Boxy, we're there too. It's great. So, and of course, 608-205-4378 is the phone number. geekazine@gmail.com is the email address. Please write or call me and say hi, because I always like it when people say hi. I got some great news really quick. I am going to be going to Blog World. You knew that. But Blog World New Media Expo, I have just accepted the role as Digital Broadcast Committee track leader, which means I'm going to be creating the tracks. I'm going to be creating the sessions that you need to find out about podcasting, about video casting, about all digital broadcast information. I know I need to know a lot about it. So we got a committee together, we're going to be talking about it, we're going to get the best tracks possible, but I need information from you. So please email me your comments, your suggestions, call me, say, this is what I want to see at Blog World New Media Expo, this is what I want to have come out of this great event. So please do that, and we'll get you some great shows for Blog World Expo. Alright, remember that code GEEK, G-E-E-K, on checkout. That's the most important thing. Go over to Geekazine, click on the link, go there, back up now, back up often, back up off-site. I'm telling you about this, about Mozy.com, the easiest way to back up your data on an off-site location. So you're safe from fire, you're safe from flood, you're safe from theft, you're safe from losing your pictures, your audio, your video, anything you do on the computer you want to save. Remember that code, GEEK, that gets you 10% off that already low price, $4.95 a computer. It's the price of a hard drive a year. Can't go wrong there. So back up now, back up often, and back up offsite with Mozy.com. All right, by this time you're probably hearing or seeing about something about Apple holding a special press conference about the iPhone 4. Ooh, question is, what is it about? Well, if you don't have an iPhone 4, you don't know what's going on. Basically what happened was there's a lot of problems that happen with the iPhone 4. The biggest thing is the antenna is on the side. So if you held it in your left hand, you completely ruined the reception. Now they found ways around it. They have this little bumper which costs like $30, which doesn't make any sense to me. But it does, once you put the bumper on, you don't have contact with the antenna. Therefore, your body isn't a blocker as much of the antenna. But you still put your hand over it, it's still going to cause interference issues. Some people are putting duct tape on their iPhone, which I don't think is probably a good idea, unless you turn your iPhone into a big piece of duct tape, possibly, very possibly. But what they're going to do is they're going to hold a press conference tomorrow. They're talking about the iPhone 4. They're probably going to talk about what they're going to be doing with the iPhone 4, how they're going to be fixing it, because there's other problems. The yellowing of the screen. They're saying that some of the glue wasn't dry when they finished fixing the iPhone. Therefore, the glue's kind of running into the glass, and therefore you see yellow screens. I think it's during the pictures. And a bunch of other issues there. So Steve Jobs is going to get on stage. He's going to say, this is what we're going to do about it. If they do a recall, they figured it out. It's going to be about a $1.5 billion recall of all iPhones. I think that Apple should do that just because of the fact of the glue. If there was just the antenna, maybe they can work their way around it. Remember a couple years ago we had some 3G issues with the iPhone 3G. They came out with a software fix and everything went okay. I think Apple needs to think about putting the antenna on top of the phone now. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, the Droid X is now out if you want to go over to Verizon and have yourself a smartphone. If you go to the store and try and find the Droid X, you probably won't, because they probably understocked it so they can make it feel like, ooh, yeah, we're selling out on our Droid X's. But, you can go over and get a Droid X. All right, ladies and gentlemen, meet Mr. Paul Siglia. Who is he? Well, he might be the next owner of Facebook. And you're going, what? What? Well, it's really simple. On Monday, we heard about Mark Zuckerberg. He was out, and all of a sudden somebody came up to him and said, "Can I have your autograph? Can I have your autograph?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." And he goes, "Oh, you've been served." Apparently what happened is this guy, Paul Siglia, back in 2005, somewhere around there, he gave Mark Zuckerberg money to start Facebook. He said that he would get 50% of the company and every percent each day until it was completed, which comes out to about 84% of Facebook. Now, I don't think that Mark Zuckerberg is going to give him 84%, but we could see Mr. Paul Siglia be part of the Facebook family in some way, shape, or form. That could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing, we don't know. We don't even know this guy, he just showed up from the blue. Now Facebook says they're going to fight it, they think they have a great case to win this. We'll see what happens. But you may see a new owner of Facebook very soon. Alright folks, it's not a surprise that Microsoft decided to extend the downgrade ability of XP till 2020. And this is why. I work with a lot of businesses that have a lot of systems that rely on Windows XP. They're not ready to upgrade. These are POS systems, these are video systems, these are accounting systems. They're not ready to upgrade because the software is not there yet. They can't afford a $50,000 upgrade. They cannot afford to do this off of Windows 7 just yet. So what they're going to do is they're going to give you the option to downgrade so you can upgrade a machine and then still have a copy of Windows XP on the machine so you can continue on. This might also mean that we might see another service pack for Windows XP since it is going to be out till 2020. I would guess that there's going to be some fixes that are going to be needed in the upcoming years. But in the meantime, if you're expecting to do latest and greatest on your Windows XP box, it's not going to happen. You might want to switch to Windows 7 if you have that opportunity. A lot of businesses don't just yet. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll shorten it. Maybe by 2015, everybody will be on Windows 7, and it'll all be good. I like Windows 7. This computer's on Windows 7. Why not switch? All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen this guy, look at this. I think this was me. Wasn't it me? Okay. It's the Old Spice commercial, and the guy, I'm on a horse, I'm on a bike. You know, they've been putting these out. Well, they did a very ingenious marketing plan a couple days ago where he sat there in front of the camera and he went on Twitter and he found people twittering about him and he responded to them. He's done a lot of them. This is the last one that he did. It's too bad that he's quitting on it, but maybe he'll do some more a little bit later. The guy apparently has got his own show. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff happening for this guy because he did something for Old Spice. But you can also do this on the internet. You can make yourself an Old Spice man. Ladies, I'm on a horse. Look at me. Look at your man. Look at me. Look at your man. Now look at me again. How you doing? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about exoskeletons in the past, but this is really cool. This is the exoskeleton suit for somebody who has a lower disability, can't use their legs at all, or has a problem using the legs, so therefore they have to use a wheelchair or use braces a lot. Well, this is a new type of brace that'll help them move around. It's pretty cool. It's in the testing stages. Could replace the wheelchair within a few years. So a lot of people that have been looking for needing ramps or handicap accessible whatever, they might have a little bit more functionality, a little bit more flexibility with this suit right here. Of course, it's not going to be very cheap, but I bet you if you've got a Medicare package, you should probably get it. Within a few years, I wouldn't be surprised if this suit got a little bit smaller and a little bit easier. And within 10 years, we'll see people walking around. It doesn't even look like they're wearing a suit. We won't even know that they have a disability. Wouldn't that be cool? And that is the 5 tech things you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.geekazine.com, 608-205-4378 is the phone number. Geekazine@gmail.com is the email address. Feel free to call me, feel free to write me, feel free to send me flowers and a bottle of Old Spice. Anyway, I will see you next week on the 5 tech things. Until then, take care.